Hey, New York Jet fans from all around the world. Welcome to Laugh Through the Turbulence, a New York Jets podcast. The show that delivers you all your Jets content. Here are your hosts, John, Adden, and Monty. All the best to the New York Jet fans. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets.
Go Jets. It's Patriots.
Let's go. Can't wait to see his ugly mug this week in MetLife, man.
Yeah.
Mr. Fireman Ed.
It's
you're beautiful, by the way. I'm just
it's good. It's good to be back. It's good to be back.
I mean, I did go to the preseason game and there was it felt good. It's gonna feel really good that it's a real football game though.
Yeah.
But we got the Patriots this week. And we get to see Aaron Rodgers in person play a little bit more than 4 snaps, hopefully.
Hopefully, yes. Knock on wood, knock on everything, metal, freaking whatever. Knock on drywall, I don't care. We can't have any bad juju.
Can't have bad juju. Can't do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel pretty confident going into this game for some fucking weird reason.
You know, I look at this game, man. This is their third game in 11 days to start the season. They have some injuries. They're coming off another short week. You know, I don't care what they have to do. Just win. I don't care if the score's 3-0, 6-3, 10-9. I'm not looking for style points. I'm not looking for anything. We can worry about that when they play Denver. You have to come out of this game 2-1 and whatever it takes. It doesn't matter. Then you get 10 days to rest, figure out the defensive line, do what you have to do, get some guys in for workouts, get this Reddick thing taken care of. But the only thing that matters is coming out of this game with a win on Thursday. And I'm going to have one of two reactions. They win. I don't care if Rodgers throws 5 interceptions. The defense looks like garbage. They win. I'm going to be ecstatic. They lose. I'm going to absolutely eviscerate them. This is a game they should not lose. Across the board, they are more talented at every single position. There is not one position out of the 22 starters for both teams where I would take a Patriot over a Jet.
We lose this game, I may punch a Patriot fan in the face. So, fair warning.
Please don't do that.
Fair warning. Well, if they mouth off. How about that?
I'm trying to think if they do win it. We the Jets do have better on paper than them on every position group. It may not be tight end, if anything. Hunter Henry somehow always sneaks through with like a lot of.
He's a good metaphor for their whole freaking team. They punch up. I don't know how. They go to the freaking playoffs with Mac Jones as their quarterback. They're playing these close games. They were supposed to be as bad as the Panthers, and they're just punching up every game, able to just kind of figure some shit out. And what sucks is that this is, in my opinion, this is gonna be a repeat of the Titans game. It's going to be the same shit over again, but possibly worse because they don't turn the ball over.
That's exactly it.
Brissett is not a turnover guy. You know what I mean? He won't be out here giving us these freebies like Will Levis.
I saw a stat today that over their careers, right, the 2 quarterbacks who have the lowest percentage of turnover-worthy plays are Rodgers and Brissett. So you're not going to get those Will Levis numbskull plays, And the thing about them is they're good at exactly what the Jets are struggling at right now, running the football.
Yeah, they're built like a really good old school high school football team, right? Not trying to turn the ball over, not throwing a ton of passes, only throwing when it's kind of necessary, and then run Ramondre until the friggin' wheels come off.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Ramondre
And
has
Antonio Gibson. Don't forget about Antonio
Gibson too. You're right. And Gibson
It's
as
a
well.
1-2 punch right now, which is
which is not bad.
Yeah,
not
I mean
bad.
It's been effective for them.
It's fine. You know, I mean, I don't think their offensive line is excellent. They've played well, but you know, there are going to be opportunities there. But I agree, it's going to be another game like the Titans game. You know, again, Bob Wischusen was on today with, I think I was listening to the Michael K show when they had him, and he was like, "Don't be surprised if this is a 4-point game either way, and there's anxiety going into the fourth quarter." This is not going to be, you know, a 31-0 win. Would I like it to be? Absolutely. But this is going to be another tough game. And, you know, they've got to be ready to play. They've got to start fast because this Patriots team, they're not built to come from behind. Right? But once they get a lead, they're not going to make any mistakes.
Yep. This team is built to get out
Yeah,
and grind clock.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? The Patriots, even though it's only a 2-game sample, they're one of 4 teams that has more rushing yards than passing yards.
Yeah, that's what we said. They want to run the football.
Actually, can you guys guess the other 3 teams? This could be fun.
The Eagles.
One of them you wouldn't expect. 2 of them you probably would.
49ers.
No.
The Chiefs.
No.
No, Chiefs wouldn't. Eagles?
No.
Oh, the Falcons.
No.
No, not the Falcons. Giants?
No. Should I just give them away?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right. We got the Packers, which is the one no one would expect.
That I definitely wouldn't expect, yeah.
And the other 2, and it's crazy, they're 2-0, right? And the other 2 are also 2-0. Chargers and Steelers.
Oh, the Chargers make sense.
The Chargers make sense, and the Steelers make sense. Yeah.
That's a run team first, right? Running the ball does matter. You keep the people off the field.
You're right.
Drain
the clock.
Yeah, and that's all they're really doing, right? They're keeping their defense fresh by just running the ball, and Brissett's just game managing at this point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I haven't really watched too much Patriot football this season, nor have I really wanted to.
I watched the Cincy game just so I could scout out what we would have to deal with, and you know, it's pretty much as I said it already. It's a lot of ground and pound, a lot of not pretty football, a lot of just trying not to turn over the ball and trying to hold on to leads and keep the clock in their favor, like positive clock management, which we have been terrible at.
Well, I think that's the thing, right? Is that Cincinnati game they didn't do much. They just waited around for Cincinnati to make mistakes. Kick the ball around, throw interceptions. They lost 2 touchdowns, the Bengals, you know? And so it's like, but when you look at that Seahawks game, I mean, you just saw they couldn't cover DK Metcalf. They're just,
there's ways to beat that defense.
Yeah, they don't have the physical talent to match up, right? And I think that's why seeing Rodgers and this offensive line pass blocking, that is the way that you beat this team. You know, you just take the air out of their sails immediately, go up 10-0, go up 14-0, and then let them run all they want because it doesn't matter.
Well, that's kind of a point that I was thinking of too, is that the Jets aren't gonna, the Jets are 9th most rushing yards allowed right now, so we're not gonna stop the run, right? Not the way that these guys are doing it, right? But what we can do is control the run. Make sure we're not giving up too big of plays. Make sure we're not giving up rushing touchdowns. Make sure that they're fighting for every single inch as much as they can be. If we can do that, then what I think the Jets can employ on offense is actually a back-asswards notion to what you typically do. Everyone is like, all right, you run to set up the pass. No, I think the Jets, with the way that they've been forming pockets, clean pockets, with the way that Rodgers has been playing smart, mostly turnover-free football. Wait, does Rodgers have any turnovers yet? He has one.
He has
the one. Right. So, mostly turnover-free football. Use the pass to set up the run instead of the other way around. Come right out, hit Garrett on those slants, let's see those dump offs to Brees Hall. And then we can come back in with, with those up the gut runs that Hackett loves so much. But instead of Brees, let's put Braylon Allen on the job. Have him just hammer away at that defense, loosen them up. And then boom, now we come out with Brees Hall with the home run shit, juking guys, leaving guys on roller skates, embarrassing them, sprinting to, 70-yard touchdowns, that kind of stuff that Brees loves to do. And then that just opens up the whole field. You know what I mean? But I think if we pass to set up the run, I think that can be a great key to success for us based on just, leaning into our strengths and what we've been effective at. Like we've all talked about it just on the last episode. We were just talking about how, how effective our passing game is, how great our blocking, how the O-line is looking, how Rodgers looks. Let's lean into that. Let's, and that helps us get out in front early. And I think that sets all of this up. So I think if we come out swinging, throwing, score right away, I think that it'll be a really great day for us. And it'll make us fans really happy at MetLife.
Yeah. So just to kind of spitball some interesting take on what Vegas is thinking of this game, right?
Mm-hmm.
The opening line of this game was an over-under of 40.5 and Jets -7.
Okay.
It is now over-under 38.5 -6.5.
Sounds right.
Which actually kind of means nothing because if it's a touchdown in a division game, you kind of always take the underdog on that one, right?
Right.
Did move down. I don't know what the weather is supposed to be. I mean, I keep hearing it's going to rain. It's not going to rain.
So I just looked.
We're undercover. We're good, but
well,
yeah,
right. I'm more concerned about them. I'm not worried about.
Oh, I don't care if I had to wear a poncho. I'd be there.
I mean,
I got ponchos. If you want to pick up a poncho, I'll tell you what. If you know us, you come to section 318, row 19, and you're like, laugh at the turbulence, and you have an extra poncho, I'll bring an extra poncho.
I don't think it will be
poncho.
As of right now. It looks like it's supposed to be cloudy and with a 15% chance.
Great.
Of rain. So it looks like it's 76 degrees. So it looks like it should be a high of 76, a low of 64. So it looks like it should be fine. Not really going to rain until Friday. So I think hopefully we'll be good from that perspective because I don't want this game. I know they're playing on turf or whatever the hell it is, but I just don't want this game to be a rainy, sloppy mess.
Yeah, the last thing we need is some like turf rain related bullshit ass injuries. I mean, we already got Jermaine down, we got CJ down, we got Michael Carter 2 down, DJ Reed was been down, and Brees is on the injury report right now.
Or I mean, just a stupid turnover because the ball slips through your hands and the ball gets punched out because it's wet from the rain. So I think hopefully don't have to worry about that and then just play a sound football game,
Yeah.
Well, and just so you know, the Patriots injury report, they got two guys in the interior, David Andrews and Ziddy So, are questionable. Jabril Peppers, who's a safety, questionable. Dietrich Weiss is questionable. Marcus Jones, their corner, questionable.
Yeah, I figure most of those guys.
Patriot thing to do, just list everyone as questionable, right?
Right. That's what I was just gonna say. Patriots always do that because
yeah, and but DJ Reed and CJ Mosley are the only two that are listed as questionable right now.
Yeah. I would sit both of them, to be honest. I would sit them both. Go with Sherwood. Eccles played well. This isn't a team that has receivers that really scare you.
Hunter Henry's their leading receiver right now. How crazy is that?
Yeah. So I mean, I
leading targets by a mile.
Yeah. Jalen Polk, who was their preseason hype guy, he's fizzled. He seemed to be, I don't know if he's a bust or they're just not using him right, but they said they were going to try to scheme him and get him the ball right away. All the beat reporters are saying he's their best receiver, probably going to be their number one guy. Hasn't done shit. So, there's just from a wide receiver perspective, I'm agreeing with you, Adnan. I think that there's just nothing there that scares me. So, yeah, I don't think this is a game.
Good last game.
No, he did, man.
Right.
He looked really good. And I think that's the thing is you're confident enough in these backups to not give DJ Reed 2 weeks off. Give Mosley 2 weeks off. Let them recover, and go from there because, you don't want to sacrifice. I think Connor Hughes texted this early or tweeted this earlier where he said that, you don't want to sacrifice January and February for Thursday, right?
Right.
So play the guys who played well last week, who are healthy. Let the older guys rest, recover. You have 10 days and just go out there. Those two showed they can do it, Sherwood and Eccles. So I think you roll with that and then come back full strength against Denver.
Yeah, Eccles is good for a highlight play every time he starts, huh?
He's
great.
Out of nowhere.
Him and Bryce Hall, every time they play, something good happens.
Right, I know. You don't
Bryce
want them
Hall
playing because it
always-
means, if you don't want to play them because it means someone's down. But then when they come in, it's like shit just happens. So
yeah,
sure, I'll take it.
Yeah, so I think it's good things. But again, like I said,
Eccles was that same draft as Zach Wilson, right? With Michael Carter the second, right?
I believe so.
I think so, right? That seemed to make sense to me. Like those were the two things that we were like yes about, right? Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, he was 6th round in 2021.
Okay, I mean, at least you got those two. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing that's actually really interesting about the target share. First off, Patriots average receiving yards is 9 on the dot. They're really getting nothing out of these fucking other guys right now. It's fucking crazy. So Brissett is 30 of 47 for 270 yards total. Start with that, right? Hunter Henry is 10 of 15 for 127, right? So Hunter Henry almost makes up half of their receptions, right?
Right.
Austin Hooper is 3 of 5 for 36 as their second leading receiver in yards, which is kind of nuts, right? If you really think about it. So essentially, like over 40% of their completions
It's tight ends.
Tight ends, yeah, or yards. Sorry, is tight ends, right? Which is it's kind of fucking actually over half their yards are tight ends. Yeah, half their yards are tight ends.
Which is a little scary because that should be a matchup. That should be not a good matchup for us.
That isn't a good matchup for us.
Yeah.
Because I mean, basically you have Sauce, and if it's Carter actually can line up on tight ends because he's kind of known to do that in the slot. But I guess that would revolve maybe a little bit more around Chuck Clark, maybe.
Yeah.
Tony Adams actually has been looking really good too. He's really stepped up.
He can hit, so
yeah, he can hit and he can cover too. He's been really good. So maybe that works out in our favor. But yeah, I mean, Adnan might be right. These wide receivers don't scare you. I mean, like
no, they don't. It's the rest of the Pats team.
Yeah, their leading receiver is KJ Osborne, 4 of 8 for 28. Tyquan Thornton, 2 of 3 for 27. Polk, 3 of 4 for 18. And Demario Douglas, 2 of 3 for 12.
And that's through 2 games.
That's 2 games. Yeah. That's 2 games. If you did that math, 12, 30 plus basically, what is that, 55? So, yeah, Brissett's got 85 yards of receiving yards from his receivers. And that would be bad.
Well, let me ask this. The one thing you got to worry about with Brissett is him running. He did some of that when they played the Commanders last year. Remember, and they were up big. Brissett comes in, and all of a sudden the Commanders make this huge comeback because he was throwing the ball well, but he just runs sometimes. And that's something they really have to watch out for because he converts those 3rd and 6s. He'll get you 7 yards every time if you're not paying attention.
Yeah,
he's got all right, so I got his rushing stats here. I got all the Patriots stats here. Look at me go. He's got 9 carries for 38 yards, and of those 9, 3 of them are first downs. And the long was 16, so you got one big one out of that. But yeah, he does have a means to scramble, but Brissett, he's a little older, isn't he? He's 31. Oh, he's younger than me. He looks older than me, doesn't he? But actually, that's a good take. Does anyone look above their age more than Brissett in the league?
Oof.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, in the league.
Yeah, in the league. Does anyone look older than they actually are than Jacoby Brissett? Jacoby Brissett will be in the back end of his 30s easily.
I mean, honestly, I think Rodgers looks older. I think Rodgers looks
looks good for his age. What are you talking about?
I don't
It's
know.
the gray, man. It's the gray.
Yeah,
Rodgers 40 years old. 40 years old.
He looks like mid-late 40s to me. Nah, he looks mid-late 40s to me.
I would disagree with that.
Yeah. Dude, I'm about to be 40. He does not look he looks older than me, for sure. Especially if I get rid of the grays right here, for sure.
Oh, you do a little touch of gray?
No. I just when I shave, it's just in such a way where if I do my lining, if I line up my beard, if I do it a certain way, the grays can, go away temporarily.
Interesting. I got the Johnny Sins going. It's just bald everywhere.
Yeah, always. Actually, kind of. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
One of the dating apps, there's one that's just like strictly for just hooking up. It's not even like dating. It's just like hooking up, right? I just say like I'm a rejected cast member for Johnny Sins stunt double, basically.
I'm sure you get some laughs on that one.
I do. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
All right. I guess game predictions, right? That's kind of the thing right here, right?
All right.
What do we kind of see? Did we see the Jets blowing them out? Do we see? Are we nervous?
I think I'm nervous. I don't think this is a gimme at all. I think just like with that, I think this is going to be low scoring. I think it's going to be ugly. I'm going to say Jets 17-13.
So I'm gonna go. It's funny because I had this thought up, and then you read the over, so now I feel even more confident about it. I'm sorry, you read the under over points. I predict the Jets 21, Pats 17. And I promise you, I thought of that before he read the 38 or 39, whatever it was. You said that the line shifted to
the over under.
Yeah, that you said it shifted from 40 to 38. Yeah, so what's that, 39? Yeah, I definitely think that it's 21-17 Jets. I think the Jets, I think it's a very slow start. And then I think, second quarter, second half, I think the Jets pull away. I think it's going to be a lot like the Titans game.
Yeah, I agree. And I think at the end of the day, the talent will just win out. Like Rodgers or Garrett or Brees, they're going to make just an otherworldly play that's going to tilt the game.
Right.
And it's something the Patriots don't have.
Correct. They don't have Garrett Wilson who can just and then be gone and, catch a slant because he's so fast. He does that sliding knee catch that he does. He doesn't have Brees who can just shift to this second gear and then just smoke half your defense. They don't have that. They have Ramondre Stevens, who is a just bulldozer of a human, and they're just going to run him, 40 times. And then when he gets tired, it'll be Gibson.
Yeah, I think you guys are right. The talent is just too good on this team to lose this game, right? And it's the first home game, we've been playing on the road this whole time,
Yeah.
Which does matter, I will say this about the Seahawks game. No Kenneth Walker in that game. So, that does matter. That does matter. I guess in that game, they're just going to stack the fucking box, the Jets. Because, they're going to be like, Brissett, I dare you to throw on these corners. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I dare you. And they should just blitz. They should just stack the box and just fucking blitz, right? It's pretty much what you should do, right?
Yeah. Didn't Charbonnet score on them? I think Charbonnet
probably did. Someone had to fucking score in that game in order for the Seahawks to win, besides DK, right?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Kenneth Walker's different, right?
I know he's a beast. I love Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, sure. I mean, he scored, but he had 38 yards on 14 carries.
Right.
So
their defense is good.
Yeah.
Their defense is not bad.
Yeah. I think this is going to be. I think so. Now that everything's kind of settled in, and it's been weird that the Jets have had to play primetime first game of the year every year with Rodgers. So, but now I think Rodgers is a little bit more comfortable now, and I think he's going to go to Hackett probably this week, and he did, right? He's probably hey, Braylon and Brees, and at the same time, do it.
Yes, please.
Also, mind you, the other thing is Mike Williams. You ready? I'm ready. Big Mike ready. You know,
Yeah.
I just think it's gonna happen. I think we're gonna. I while you guys were talking about it, I was like, and I looked at that line, I was like, yeah, let me slap the 6.5. Fuck it, right?
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, I'm ready to get hurt again.
Wait, what was your prediction, John? Points?
I'm gonna say the Jets are gonna score 27, and it's gonna be like 27-10.
Wow, you think it's a blowout?
I think
Could
Rodgers.
be.
Yeah, I think Rodgers is really good. And yeah, I mean, like, all right, so like, mind you, in the Washington game last year, when like they had to come from behind, right, and like they're just kind of stepped off the gas pedal on that game, right? And this is Patriot week, and this type of game means a lot more, right, than a normal game. I just think I think they're just gonna be really fucking like ready to go on this one.
I'm just gonna say, man, do not take this lightly.
I think we're gonna
I'm
miss.
not either. I just want them to fuck. I just want to stomp on their fucking throats.
I think we'll be missing. I think we'll be missing John Franklin Myers this game.
I think this is gonna be. This is just gonna be one of a division game. Patriots always play the Jets tough, and it's gonna be a tough one, like they always are, and then they just have to come out with a win. I don't care how. Just do it.
Yeah, you know what? Let's see some dump offs to Brees. I said it before, but I think that will be effective on this defense. I mean, it worked against the Titans, for that beautiful touchdown. I think if we see some more of that and let Braylon do the bully work, let him do the rough and tumble, grunt work of running, I think you'll see a much better result. Just like you said, John, let's get them both back there at the same time. Yeah. Would be fantastic.
I also want to know, we're going to see Leonard Taylor this week, I think.
I think you have to this week.
Yeah, you got to bring everybody up.
You got to bring somebody up, right? I mean, what are you going to do?
Leonard Taylor's going to show up.
I hope so.
Yeah, and if Solomon Thomas keeps playing as well as he is, and actually Kinlaw has been playing pretty good.
Kinlaw's been playing well as well. So, I mean,
one guy that really hasn't shown up, like really shown up, is actually Quinnen.
Yeah, he's been a little disappointing, man.
But like we said,
he hasn't been game record. He hasn't been game record yet. You know what I mean?
Well, again, like they're moving him around more, right? He's playing in different spots, obviously to try and eliminate double teams. But I think takes getting used to, just like Sauce traveling. That takes getting used to.
No excuses,
Adnan. So
I'm gonna use your line. No excuses.
No, listen.
We just paid him an entire truck of money.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you, and I think
gotta do some more.
I think going into week 3, I think this is gonna be a time for him to really shine. The interior of that Patriots offensive line just isn't great. So I think he's gonna have a chance to do some damage, and we'll see. But it's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah, I love Quinnen, so
same.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm probably gonna wear this jersey. I don't know yet. I guess we could do that fashion week where we're gonna do this is our Met Gala, right?
I'm gonna wear my Sauce jersey.
The black one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you gonna rock? Yeah, Altune.
No, I'm not going jersey. I'm gonna go with my Garrett Wilson touchdown Tecmo Bowl hoodie.
Like the old school, that's cool though.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's that image of his Garrett Wilson touch is really cool. So hopefully he'll get his first one if I wear that on Thursday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he needs to score, man.
He does.
That's another one.
Yeah,
that's another one. I think Rodgers is going to tell them that.
Well, I
think that's one thing Rodgers is going to say to Hackett. Like, we need to get this fucking kid the ball. He's good. We're not throwing to him enough. We need more out of Garrett.
But I also
that's not his fault. It's not Garrett's fault.
I think the thing with Garrett is I'm thinking back to both of these games, and every single catch he's made has been important.
Yeah.
Right? Like there hasn't been like this first quarter, 2nd and 7, he makes a 3-yard catch. Like every catch has been a big catch, and he's just waiting to break out. And this could be a game where he could, because outside of Christian Gonzalez, who's been decent, I don't know how much they have at corner either, So It's going to be tough. Like, and you also have to think about it against the Titans. You know, you had L'Jarius Sneed, who is very good. He just won a Super Bowl, right? So I think this defense is going to be less talented than the Titans and obviously the 49ers defense. So there is a world in where they win, 27-10, which I hope they do, but I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah. I will say this on the Titans, though, and I didn't realize this until they said it during the game. They spent the most money this offseason.
Spent a lot of money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And, if they could figure out Will Levis from being stupid, because he made some really fucking good plays, they could be something, but
he's not their future quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that throw to Ridley, yes, it had a low probability.
I'm not talking about that throw so much.
No, but I'm just saying, I mean, that showed off his arm. Like, he has the ability to run. He's,
Will Levis just screams solid backup to me. He's he's like future Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, it was the backup quarterback the Titans had that was dating Jewel for a while, or hooked up with Jewel.
Oof.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the guy looked like Jesus. I forgot.
Yeah,
he made a career of being a backup, and he made like $30 million over his career. It's fucking amazing.
like Gardner Minshew was gonna do.
That's what most backups do. A lot of them do that. That's dream job.
Kicker's the dream job, I think. There's a lot of
you don't want that pressure, dude. You don't
want that. Nope.
Backup quarterback, dude. Like in Blue Mountain State, dude, when he was backup for a while, and
and that's the thing, right? Is like if you're on a team that isn't great, also everyone wants you to play. You're a hero, but you don't have to put. Like it's great. Imagine being Patrick Mahomes' backup. That's
and he had to show up in one of those playoff runs. It was
who is his backup?
Carson Wentz.
Oh,
yeah, but Chad Henne had to show up against the Browns that one.
He did, which was amazing. And then you go back to the bench. You win a playoff game for your team, and you're like, all right, back to the bench for me.
You're in that ring, and then Jimmy Garoppolo had to play 4 games for Tom Brady's suspension, and they won that year. And he got a ring.
True.
Yeah. All right, so I edited the, usually we have this ending to the show, but I just made this one.
Yep, fuck the Patriots. Fuck the Patriots.
Yeah.
Fuck the Patriots. Fuck the Patriots.
Always fuck the Patriots.
Fuck the Patriots.
Always.
Can't stand them.
Let's go Jets.
So sick of them. Let's go.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
Good night.